Hey Gemini, welcome to the Forgiving Tarot. This is your mid-October 2025 reading for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus signs. Check out your placements to get a message that most resonates with you. I'm not telling you what to do. The Oracle's not telling you what to do. Ultimately, you have free will. Therefore, you make the best decision for you and those involved. If you're cross-watching or you yourself, Gemini, feel that the roles are in the reverse, please reverse them, take what applies, and leave what doesn't. It's a general reading, not a private reading. So it may resonate, may not resonate. Please be aware of that. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, and donating. It is greatly appreciated. All right, Gemini. Gemini, mid-October. Starting off with the Two of Swords. This could be at a stalemate. Two of Swords could also be ignoring everything else. Maybe you have blocked communication. You have the Eight of Swords as your current energy. So this is imprisoned by your thoughts, feeling stuck, trapped, but you're not really, because Eight of Swords is you think you're trapped in something, but you're really not. Right now you could be trying to figure something out, maybe how to move on from a difficult situation, how to find peace again. For some of you, maybe there's an actual move. Your challenge is the Nine of Pentacles. The challenge could be feeling independent, feeling self-reliant, maybe getting to a point of feeling financially secure. The challenge could be being single. We'll see. We'll clarify. Your foundation, you have Temperance, Sagittarius energy. And I almost got the sense of peace with that card, but the card represents healing, patience. It's when you've manifested something and the energy is there, but it hasn't portrayed or shown up in the 3D. For some of you, this could have to do with your own sense of stability and security. Could have to do with finances for some. In the past, you have the Queen of Swords, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra energy. This is the pissed off queen. She sees things pretty clearly because she's recognized the pattern. She's taken off her rose-colored glasses. She is willing to hear someone out, but she's going to call you out on your BS. What's on your mind is the Page of Pentacles, and that can represent some sort of communication. Could be in regards to, again, money, career, uh, security. This could be an earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. It doesn't have to be. This could be how to start something off. Hold on a second. Page of Pentacles can also represent friendship or something platonic. Your outcome is the Two of Cups. Relationship, a union, a partnership of some sort. It doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. Let's see what this Two of Swords is. Why is that here? Why is the Two of Swords here for Gemini? You have the Judgment, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Four of Cups. Justice at the bottom, Libra energy. There might be something here that you're stuck with, because I feel like this is about either a decision, a choice. I almost get the feeling that the Hangman is going to show up. Because here is an opportunity, a reconciliation, a second chance, or a rising from the ashes moment. And boom, Ace of Pentacles. There's that seed to be planted, something that brings in financial security, or that brings in something that feels secure. But then you have the Four of Cups. And the Four of Cups is this feeling of, same shit, different day. It's the feeling of complacency. There's a bit of a detachment from hope, what's coming in, because there's a focus on these spilled cups. You could also feel like maybe something is or will be a missed opportunity. For some of you, there might even be, this might even be if it's about a relationship, reconciling something, and you're just, I don't know, either you're neither here nor there with that, or you're looking at it and you're like, yeah, no, I don't know. That's the kind of feeling that I'm getting with that. So let's see what this Eight of Swords is in your current energy. Eight of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles, Ten of Cups at the bottom. You seem to be putting your focus and your energy into something that perhaps you're not getting a lot back from. For some of you, you feel trapped in a situation where you feel like you keep working, you're not making enough money, you're not saving enough, and you feel stuck where you're at. Others of you, you might be trying to put a lot of your time and your energy into perhaps a connection that you're holding on to, but in your mind, I don't know, I almost feel like there is, your hands are tied, or you don't want to be open, or you don't want, excuse me, or you don't want to see something. I'm saying this because you have the Two of Swords and she has her blindfolds on. Sorry about that. Look how she has her blindfold on, right? I'm not seeing, I'm not looking, I'm not really even open. My heart's not really opened here. And then there she is with the blindfold on again. Look at these two cards. Over here, she has her hands across her chest, right? Kind of like protecting her heart. Only logic, basically, with these swords. But there is a red and a blue. So there is like some sort of, either you're taking the blue pill or the red pill. But then look at this card. She's fully open, but not really. And look at this. This is so interesting. Look at the back of these cards. So to me, it almost seems like regardless of the amount that you are putting into something, you might feel like you're not getting enough, or you're not feeling included, or you're feeling left out. There seems to be some sort of closed off energy. What is this Nine of Pentacles? Yellow. If I can even see anything. Hold on. Sometimes when I bring it closer this way. I can't. I can barely see. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. But thank you for joining. The only way that I'm gonna I don't know. Sometimes my eyes are like, yeah, we can see. Not because my eyes aren't functioning properly, just because the chat for whatever reason is super tiny. But then sometimes if I have the time, I'm able to go back and zoom in and see what it says. All right, let's see what this Nine of Pentacles is. Why is that the challenge for you? The Seven of Wands, the Tower, the Hermit. Interesting, because the Hermit and the Nine of Pentacles are two solitary cards about being alone, about it's just basically, if I had one word to describe it, solo. The Seven of Wands is standing your ground, boundaries, pushing something away, and then Tower, something breaking down or something happening all of a sudden or a shock. And then the Hermit, introspection, wisdom, maturity. For some of you, you're trying to, hold on, what is this Tower? I almost get the sense of like, I don't care if I'm alone in this, but at the same time, you do. Like deep down. Because then the Nine of Pentacles wouldn't be the challenge. The Lovers, that's you. This can be about a connection, or if it's not about a partnership, it's definitely about a choice. Is it a choice to be single or to be alone? Is it a choice about rebuilding something? Now, this is starting to feel like a possible reconciliation, and you may be like, I don't know about this. Or it could go vice versa. I don't know. You let me know. I'm not doing personal readings right now, but I just opened up the deck and there is a possibility of a reconciliation, but I'm not sure if the cycle of the up and down is going to stop or continue. And the feelings are there. Find you attractive. But let's keep going with the reading. What is this Temperance card? Ten of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, and the Wheel of Fortune. Wow. Star card at the bottom. So in your foundation, there is something that is long-term security, long-term wealth, something, maybe something that progresses to a family dynamic. Either way, or loyalty can also be the Ten of Pentacles. And then a new chapter that involves the heart. And Wheel of Fortune is good luck and it's change. All right, let's see. What is this Queen of Swords in the past? Emperor, Aries energy, the, what's his face? The Magician, and the Fool card. Queen of Wands. So in the past, I feel like there was action that was taken, like someone's approach or someone's vibe to the situation was very much in control. Something started to manifest, and it was definitely a new beginning because of this Queen of Swords. So whether This could be you, where your mentality was starting to see things clearly and taking it as it comes, and instead of judging the situation, it's more of seeing it for what it is, and taking the appropriate action, or perhaps having a different mentality towards it. It's about taking the rose-colored glasses off. I feel like in the past, whatever it was that you've manifested, that you've gotten control over, that has created this space for things to change. But currently, you're feeling stuck, though. Why is the Page of Pentacles on your mind? Knight of Swords, King of Wands, Aries, Sag, Leo, the Ace of Wands. So on your mind, there might be this desire to want to communicate something, to go. You feel this desire, this spark. Get this readiness to build on whatever this is. Okay, great. And now the Two of Cups. Why is that there? For some of you, you feel like you're putting effort into something, but you feel like it's not growing. Maybe for some, it feels like it's being stuck, or like it's digressing. Maybe even trying to avoid a certain conflict or collapse of something. All right, so for the Two of Cups, there's the Three of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Nine of Wands. There's a tiredness. There, Six of Cups. There's a love. There's authentic and genuine feelings here, but this Three of Swords indicates that there is already some sort of heartache or pain. And this Knight of Pentacles is like slowly but surely going, and this wounded warrior is persevering with this connection. But there is still this sense of, eh. I also get that there's a lot of insecurity here, and that might create a lot of conflict, or kind of like anything that's brought up, it's like opening a wound again, or like poking at it. And it's not necessarily that there isn't love, is that there's a lot of exhaustion from pain, from conflict, from drama. And I think there's this hope of wanting to communicate, wanting to fix something, but feeling like it's a constant fight. There's an emotional exhaustion here as well. For some of you, you're wondering, do I call this quits? Is that it? Do I give to this? Somebody might feel detached. I think someone's still holding on to hope, though. Anything else for Gemini? Six of Swords, Knight of Cups, Six of Pentacles. I feel like there is going to be, um, in your outcome, this open-heartedness, this approach to whatever this is with an open heart. with the intentions of an equal give and take, with the intentions of leaving the past in the past. I feel like somebody's tired of constantly having to be strong. Someone might also be worried. They want peace from a situation that might have been petty, that maybe there was mind games there. Maybe somebody felt like the other person had a different agenda, or maybe there was. Maybe there was this constant, like, I always have to fend for myself, like we're on the same team here. Why aren't we acting like we're on the same team? This has brought some sort of anxiety, overthinking, etc. And this Five of Cups showed up again, which Five of Cups is normally sadness. It's a loss, a yearning, a missing, but to me, it just feels like emotional exhaustion. And there's a bit of like, there's a sadness in there. Could be dealing with a Leo. The Sun card showed up. Eight of Cups, Knight of Swords, Two of Wands. I feel like something becomes clear here. Oh, and then it becomes unclear. What is the lack of certainty here? If there's love, is it because both of you are acting cold towards each other, or you and this group of people? I don't know what your situation is here. But it seems like something becomes clear. However, it's I feel like it's the past. The past keeps lingering on. Now, for some of you, the situation that you're dealing with, it's bringing up subconscious things, maybe even like traumas, or perhaps someone is just not approaching it with kinder words. I'm going to give you an example of what it means that the past or traumas show up. Sometimes we deal with a situation, and the situation, and we're uncomfortable or upset or some sort of negative feeling towards a situation, and it's not even about the situation. What it is in reality is that it's it's almost like a different mask to the original.
Oh my goodness, the chat changed. I think we're back on the reading. Sorry, my phone died. Um, so if we're back on the reading, uh, it seems like things are going to with that outcome with the Two of Cups. And thanks so much, Brittany. The outcome with the Two of Cups, there's still going to be some effort put in, perseverance. There's still some sort of lingering pain there, but I think there's this effort of wanting to push through with something. All right, so let's take out advice and clarity cards, and then we'll take out the unfiltered messages. So, what is the advice and clarity for Gemini in regards to this reading? Gratitude and confusion. Lucy's best friend writes a letter to Lucy's unborn child. She does so that one day the child will understand how extraordinary her mother is. Lucy is a friend from Indigo, someone who always supports, never judges, always sees the good side of whatever the circumstances, and uplifts all those around her. In the letter, her gratitude for Lucy shines through. Gratitude raises our vibration to a higher level. If you're unhappy in any relationship, Lucy reminds you that it is always in your power to change it. There's no mystery to being a good person. Good people just do good things. Who is the person I admire most? Why? How can I live at that level? Keywords are appreciation, recognition, esteem, friendship, deep love, pregnancy, nurturing, unconditional love towards self or others. You are capable of more than mere mortal conversation. This is a time of enlightened communication, and you will raise the consciousness of others. You're stepping into self-mastery. The gifts you see in others already live within you. Your next one is confusion. Jana climbs Faith Mountain in dense fog, wondering whether her decision to leave her boyfriend was the right one. There's another man waiting in the wings. There always is. Silver clouds surrounds her, and it is cold and scary. Despite her confusion, she keeps climbing. As she reaches the summit, the fog clears, revealing the town far below. With Silver Cloud's help, she has journeyed much farther than she realized. She now knows what to do. She begins the long journey home to reclaim her love. Through the willingness to be in confusion, we find clarity. There's nothing to solve. Meditation and quiet time will bring clarity. Can I see confusion as a good thing? Can I learn to let go of needing an immediate outcome? The key words are clarity, support, revelation, allowing confusion, spiritual support, and consequences of action, and finding love. When you are in the unknown, it may be a little comfort to know that you're safe. Understand that your angels have brought you to this point. You may need more information at this time. Remain still and allow inspiration in. It will come. So, in the midst of confusion, maybe focusing on, instead of what you're confused about, this gratitude, what you are appreciative of, and clarity will come out of that. All right, so let's take out your bad words oracle, as I like to call it. It's unfiltered messages. All right, so what does Gemini need to hear? Raw, uncut, bad words, very straight to the point. What does Gemini need to hear? What are 2 messages for Gemini to hear? All right. You are giving too many fucks. Give 0. Make better fucking choices. If you are pissed at where you are, then stop taking yourself there. So maybe you are caring way too much about a situation and it keeps bringing you to the same thing over and over. And maybe it's leaving you in this place of confusion. I don't know. I get the sense of like focusing on the negatives with that gratitude card and not focusing more on the positives. Now, let's say a situation is just really negative. Then it's shifting your focus elsewhere because you're unable to see things clearly because there's such a focus on this one thing here. So caring too much about that. And make better choices because you keep taking yourself to the same place. And I feel like if that message resonates with you, I think you see things clearly. But somehow you keep going back to this. I almost get the sense of like, you know, when sometimes you're arguing with someone and then you know that the conversation is going to go nowhere. You know that they're not really seeing your point and you're more than likely talking to the wall, but you keep going because maybe they're going to understand now. And you keep going and you keep going. there's a moment where you're just going to have to give up and be like, you know what? It is what it is. Tell yourself in your mind, you're dumb, and that's it. And make peace with agreeing to disagree, I guess. All right, so Gemini, I'm going to leave it there. Hopefully, this stitched itself to the reading. If it resonated, let me know down in the comments down below. Hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching.